Getting all the way from Oklahoma City to Beijing, China takes about 36 hours. It's not a very fun flight.
The flight was awful. One of the worst experiences of my life.
Even though we just landed, we had a lot to do on our first day in China.
We're going to the bank, we're going to have some lunch in the embassy, and then going to the subway.
Knowing how the bus and subway systems work in Beijing is a necessity for quick and expedient travel.
In writings, like in the newspaper and stuff, that's what they're going to use, as opposed to like Joe. Okay? Anyway, that's us.
During our stay in Beijing, we took calligraphy classes from Mr. Shin, who is a world-renowned calligrapher. After our sad attempt at calligraphy, we decided to try something a little bit different, the martial art form of wushu.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? You're the saddest bunch I ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mister, I'll make a man out of you.
After all the classes we took, we decided to go be tourists for the day. After the flag raising ceremony, we were shocked to learn that Chinese tourists were obsessed with Americans. After that, we went to the Emperor's former home, Forbidden City. The next day, we decided to go to the Great Wall. Feels exciting. It took us about an hour to get up to the section of the Great Wall we were at.
Yeah, she's like 10. Way too much anyways. Yeah, this walk's really not that hard at all.
Don't stand up too quick. We're on the Great Wall right now.
Well, if you look out there, pretty easy walk up here. Not too difficult. I mean, for me at least.
Great Wall is nothing on me.
Getting down the Great Wall was almost as annoying as going up it. The good news is there was a zip line to speed things up. Bad news, Devin Jenkins has a fear of heights.
Alright, so how are you feeling?
I can do it, but that doesn't make it any less scary.
Something about the cable breaking.
Okay.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be.
Putting swords in our hands probably wasn't the best idea someone's ever had.
Richard Jack, fight.
After spending 9 days in Beijing, we decided it was time to move on with our trip.
See, I can see it's over there, so we're fine.
When you're on a train for 48 hours, there's not a lot to do.
Take that, squirrel.
That's when you aim at the moon. Try to shoot it.
Everyone was really happy to get off the train and be in Xi'an. After we went to the bell tower, we all decided to go riding around the old city wall.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed.
Oh!
I thought he was good. Raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness themselves to.
After a great day of bike riding, we decided to head over to the Terracotta Warrior Factory, where they replicate the ancient warriors.
It was so much fun, we decided to see the real things.
After the Terracotta Warriors, we were lucky enough to see one of the most famous performances in China.
In Kunming, we did a lot of fun and important things, but the most important thing we did was add a new member to our entourage.
Stepping on all your fucking damn around for a little bit, didn't really see anything. And then we ended up seeing this duck. And then Andrew and I had a bet that if I won, he had to buy me a bird. And so I obviously won. Here is our new addition, Colonel Sanders, or his full name, Beauregard H. Sanders, who is possibly the biggest, bam. My goal of this is to not get caught by Sabota, but most likely just Jack Maxwell's going to tell him this.
Into the water. We decided it in the best interest of Beauregard that we should release him to a more natural habitat. Oh God.
Girl.
That is not.
Oh my God.
Oh.
After a loss of our newfound friend, we decided to head over to Lijiang and visit the Nashi villagers. After hanging out with the Nashi, we decided to go over to Yangshuo, one of the most beautiful areas in all of China.
And then cut it in small chunks.
What?
Gin?
No.
Ginger.
That's what I was doing. And then all cut in small cubes.
Wife by the night.
Whoa, watch where you're handling that knife.
Wow, that sucked. There it is. Not to be outdone.
After 4 weeks of being in mainland China, we finally got to go to somewhere that was closer to home, Hong Kong. Hong Kong was so much like America, they even had their own Disneyland.
Lion King for the camera.
Maxwell, are you excited for It's a Small World?
Definitely.
Is it gonna be the highlight of your month-long trip?
Almost, but Space Mountain definitely took that.
Disneyland was great, but nothing can beat the view over Hong Kong from the peak.
On the flight back to America, I thought about all the great times we'd had together.